Some movement off the scene for Cairns and the Bond and Franklin. Herschel Gibbs at the other end in good form, good strike rate. So a very interesting match here at Bellerive. Shane Bond will be quite sharp. And good morning, Ian Healy.
Good morning, Bill. Good morning to everyone. Shane Bond in his second match. Three wickets in his first. First being Mark Waugh, the Australian opening batsman. He hits Herschel Gibbs in the ribs first up.
Cracking shot, third man, will not get it. Elevated square cut, right off the mid of the bat.
Too shrewd, Gary Kirsten. Play and miss at one. Get the bowler to get out there more often. And he just got it wrong. Short and a little too wide. And then Kirsten. Very prepared for the cut shot.
He hit that well. Not a lot of movement with the feet, just rocked back and placed it beautifully. Crowd building up at Bellerive Oval for this important clash. It's nicely played by Herschel Gibbs. He plays the pull shot beautifully, hitting the ball down. It was a short delivery, controlled shot.
James Franklin can't afford to be this short. He's got such an easy action and good momentum to the crease, but he hasn't got the pace to go with that delivery. If he's going to bowl that short, it needs to get up head high and have Herschel Gibbs hooking from high, helmet height, not hip height. Too easy. Top shot.
It's beautifully bowled. Just shaped it away from the left-handed, drew him into the drive. It was a perfect length. Didn't find the outside edge.
This is probably the one area he's not in good touch. Just not quite working that one out yet. Kiwi's been making him drive down the ground where he's not as comfortable as driving through the covers.
Two four and two straight this time. He puts it away. It was swinging onto the leg stump. Kirsten waited. 7 off the over. It's none for 23.
Yes, good morning to Ian Smith.
Yes, good morning, Ian. New Zealand type conditions these. Certainly in terms of the overhead conditions.
Just wide of the man at backward point, Chris Harris.
The pitch too is certainly it's not as quick as the one that the Kiwi boys struck at the MCG. A little bit more New Zealand-like in terms of its pace. So they're enjoying their time here. They played pretty well in the test match here in Hobart. South Africa's first real visit here this time around. So this is like a home game. Stephen Fleming tossed the coin as if he was the home captain.
That's a good shot. Wasn't that short, but Gibbs very quickly into position.
Bowled so well for the first 6 overs, the New Zealanders. Now the boundaries just starting to come a little bit more frequently. South Africa have adjusted to the slower nature of the pitch too.
Oh, that's an excellent shot. That's the second one that Kirsten has whipped through there.
It's a good shot, all right, but all the boundaries are coming square of the wicket. There's no driving down the ground. They haven't been able to do that. So now they're looking to flick it square or use any width that is available to them. Beautiful piece of timing. He's trying for a full delivery, angling back into the left-hander, angled into the middle of the bat.
Stephen Fleming talked about belief. Well, he's got a lot of faith in this man, Vittori. Well, that's well bowled. And he uses Vittori well. I get the feeling with the South Africans, they're much more comfortable using their quickies and their spinners.
Which suggests to me that the captain is unsure in terms of field placings, in terms of making a spinner an integral part of your frontline bowling attack, not just a backup bowler who's going to bowl 5 or 6 for you as a bonus. He believes Vittori will bowl 10 when he picks him in the side.
Millen can't get a hand on that one. That's well timed. It's raced away to the boundary. It's none for 38. Franklin to continue. He's at the Church Road end. There's more runs coming straight down the ground. It's the first 3 of the morning. And misfielded. Bad piece of fielding there at mid-on. Bond just sort of waving to the bowler and apologising.
There's no excuse for the fielding. It was the slower delivery. It's asking that Gibbs plays the ball out in front of his body, hits it in the air. That's what you look for. See the seam coming down in a different fashion. The ball, and I think it deceived him. He was looking to hit that through the offside. He wouldn't have dreamed when he made contact that he was going to get through mid-on, and I mean through mid-on. Literally straight through him. Poor fielding.
That's an excellent shot. Hit very hard.
Don't have to be too wide, do you, for Gary Kirsten to get interested in flailing square of the wicket. Short. Boy, he made up his mind off the front foot, basically, to cut. Look at the front foot go down the wicket, then the back foot comes round, and it's very quick foot movement that gets him into position to do that.
Stephen Fleming has come out of the first slip position now. And he's in the gully. He's very close in the gully. This is where I think sometimes it's having these rules or playing conditions where the fieldsman's got to be in that close. I think he's in danger there. If Kirsten hits one like he hit that last cut, that's a good shot. Kirsten is really picking up the pace here. Yeah, the man in the gully, ball hit like that, he's in danger. And he's certainly not going to be in a catching position because he's too close.
Did a game in New Zealand just the other day, and you're dead right. We highlighted this point. Now, what it means to me, or what it suggests to me, is that the umpires, from time to time, haven't got a grasp of the game. Now that you should never be in danger on a cricket field, and that is a dangerous fielding position if you're forced to stand that close. Now, gully, as a slip, as in the case with slips, they are traditional cricket positions. And they depend on the pace of the ball. And misfield. And I don't think you're cheating or cribbing or going against the values in the game by taking 2 or 3 paces back for a safety reason. And when umpires enforce that, I think they're sort of showing their lack of knowledge, the common sense in the game.
Yeah, the ludicrous part is you'll have a fielder in supposedly a leg gully for a spin bowler back at 15 metres, and everybody in the ground knows that it's not really a catching position, it's run saving. Oh, lovely placement there from Kirsten. He's really hot at the moment. It's none for 71.
Stephen Fleming now knows he's, I think, got to make a bowling change at Franklin's end, and he also knows that he's in a contest and looking likely to be a fairly big run chase.
Victoria starting to loosen up. Slower ball, and Gibbs has picked the gap. Very close to Fleming, but not close enough for the New Zealanders.
Here's another case of being at short cover. He's there for the slower ball on the basis that Gibbs will just use the bottom hand and play out in front of the body, which I think he did. But he had the confidence to go through with the shot. And once he did that, unless he hit it straight at Fleming, he was safe. Cairns thought he was half a chance.
And Stephen Fleming, looking for a wicket, has called on his spinner.
Oh.
He used to play that little paddle sweep, Herschel Gibbs.